How's everybody doing out there today? Midweek, time to speak. Let me know if y'all. Let me know in the comments, guys, if y'all can hear me correctly. I was having a little trouble with my mic right now. I'm waiting for a little bit of more people to get online. I'm actually looking for some information for you guys here on the Maverick County Facebook page. You know how me and the county get along very well and all that, and I'm looking at another screen here in the back, so thanks for being patient, guys. There's an actual meeting that I would like for you to see. You know how the county doesn't really make it very friendly to look through some of their videos and everything, so bear with me. How's everybody doing today? Is it a good Wednesday? We caught a little bit of rain all of a sudden. Luckily, it wasn't much. I feel for all the people that live on the south side here by El Indio and down Memo Robinson and all that stuff. What's going on? I'm not sure. It doesn't say names. It just says Facebook user on my end, guys. In the comments, I'm not sure who it is, but how's it going? Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I'm just looking for the last bit of news here. I'm looking actually for the meeting of February 8th, February 9th of this year from the county, Maverick County. They had a very interesting meeting that I think everybody needs to. Hey, how you doing? Like I said, guys, I don't know what's going on. For some reason on my end, it doesn't say who is commenting. That's a little weird. As you can see, it just says Facebook user. Hi, I live in Memo Robinson. Yeah, and so you know what I mean about the flooding, right? So I mean, oh man, I don't know what it was I did, or how I used to be able to. I used to be able to see who was commenting. For some reason, I can't see. I think it might be because of the group. How's everybody tuning in? Are you guys on my personal page or on the group page? Because that might be the reason. Like I said, I'm just looking for this meeting, guys. I have a lot of news for y'all. We're going to have a good chance to talk. I'm almost there on this meeting. It's a very interesting meeting. That's the reason why I'm taking the time to look for it. I apologize for being, I guess, catching me a little unprepared. I was just finishing the last. Oh, Yolanda. Okay, yeah. So you know what I mean, Yolanda, about all the flooding and everything like that. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Where is that February 8th, February 9th meeting? I don't know if the judge is watching. Personal page. Yeah, I'm not sure why it doesn't show the names. That's weird. With the last one, it would be able to show the names of who was talking, but like as you can see, you know. Jay, I don't know. He might have. I mean, if he wants to take the time and group page, okay. Yeah, we're running. Since our page was knocked down again. Christina, how you doing? Okay, awesome. So you guys can see each other who it is. That's good. I mean, I guess, but I apologize. I can't see your names. Hi guys. If you can write your name down, because all I see on my side, like Christina says hi. All I see is Facebook user. I'm not sure why, but that's what's going on my end. Um, we had our page knocked down again, as many of you know. Uh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how I got flagged. I've been trying to talk with Facebook. I've been in review with my first page since back in a couple of months ago. They told me to be patient, that because of COVID they have less people out there to review. I don't know how that works, but apparently Donald Trump. Oh wait, guys, hold on. President, we're glad to have you here. Salute to the president. We're almost here, guys. We're almost here on that February meeting. But you know what? We'll go ahead and look at that February meeting when we can. It's a very interesting meeting because the county did something that you guys may not be aware of, and it needs to be out there. It really does, because it's irresponsible spending on their end, and the way they're spending your hard-earned tax dollars is very bad, very very bad. See, look, if you get on Facebook, yeah, the interview with Jerry Morales, I've been asking him. I've asked him on Facebook. I've asked him through here, and through the podcast. I would love to interview him. I mean, I know he tried to throw something at me. Hard earned tax dollars. Hard earned tax dollars. That's enough of this already. Well, you see, what's good is that if you're on YouTube, I can see your name. See, Joey. uh, Hey, there you go, Yolanda. I can see your name now. Well, you see, I don't know what was going on, but I could see it now. Um, you see, I don't know what's going on. You caught me. You caught me. What words come out sometimes. Words come out sometimes. All right. I don't know who Facebook user that is. Right. It doesn't say your name, but watching through YouTube, you see, I'm seeing the names now. I see Yolanda's name, so that's awesome. I know we have you have to sign in on StreamYard. Oh, okay. Oh man, okay. You see, Joe is there. Joe is there. He, I feel bad for my boy Joey because he's been in Facebook jail for most of the year. Me and him have a fun time on Facebook whenever they do let him out of Facebook jail, but he's pretty much always in Facebook jail. So it's a little difficult with my buddy Joey. Um, Armando Rosales, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. Uh, Long John, what's up, Long John? Facebook user. There you go. See, Christina, do you mind just putting it in the comments how? I mean, I'm not sure how you were able to do it, but if you can, oh, okay. I think maybe there's an app or something like that you need to sign in or something. I apologize for that. What I wanted to do, since we had a lot of people in our we did have a lot of people that were in the group that we just made for the Rising Texan News group. I wanted to stream it there. I guess maybe that's where a lot of the people are coming out from, the ones that say Facebook user. I don't know how, if it's a big if it's a big deal to do it, but I really appreciate, Christina. I mean, maybe you can let them know. Okay, it's super easy. Just go to the link you gave and it allows you to there. There you go, guys. Maybe you can go to the link in the group. It'll allow you to take care of it there. That way I can at least see some of the comments and see who it's coming from. Armando, yes, I've seen you supporting us, and we appreciate it. Of course, guys. I always say it, and the thing is that without you guys giving us support or giving these podcast support or viewing us or anything like that, we wouldn't be able to do this anymore. You know what I mean? It wouldn't make any sense to the way I started out. Whenever I had these podcasts, I had maybe 5 people tuning in, and we've grown. We have 46 people live right now, and I really appreciate it. So thanks a lot. I couldn't thank you guys anymore. Hopefully we have more people tune in. Like I said, I was trying to get this very interesting meeting out here, and I'm just about there. I'm not too far away. I'm already in March. I'm going back on the county's Facebook, but what we can go ahead and do is continue and talk about everything else, and then maybe we'll go ahead and backtrack this. It's my fault, lack of planning. I didn't think it was going to be this difficult to get into this meeting, right? The video of the meeting, but I can. Oh, wait a minute. I think no. Well, I'm almost there. I'll go ahead and start, and then once we get there, I'll go ahead and look for the actual meeting, and then we'll go ahead and keep on talking about it, right? Guys, it's real easy. All you have to do is go to the link. Christina says there should be an option that says allow StreamYard to see your Facebook screen name, and you're in. Super easy. Enrique, shout out. StreamYard Facebook, you see, there you go. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start. Again, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. One of the things that we wanted to, of course, bring up, it was a little bit of a hot topic. The Economic Development Council Alliance, or this new economic group that hired a director. We don't know what the salary is of this director yet. They just had recently a meeting. I think it was yesterday that the mayor announced. And a lot of people were on there trying to say, giving their 2 cents, right? They gave their 2 cents. And the thing is that one of the 2 comments that really caught me were, of course, the CEO of UMC, United Medical Centers, and letting them know that they weren't invited. And another one of the ones that was saying was a member of the Maverick County Water Development Board. Again, those are 2 entities that were not invited to this Economic Development Council or what have you. Whatever the name is, I couldn't tell you the name because this has been so hush hush in the city. There has been no transparency whatsoever when it comes to telling us about these types of meetings. Now, it's under my assumptions, and since it's a public type of thing, they should allow the public to have some kind of input and let us know when they have these meetings. I wasn't aware of it. I don't know if they put anything out. I don't know who the ones who got invited to it, other than, we saw this picture. And my comment immediately, Mayor Salinas put out the picture. My comment immediately was, why do we see the same people over and over and over and over on these in these meetings. Those people were the same exact people um, that were in these types of meetings when I was with the city of Eagle Pass. I've been to several of those types of meetings that we would have, and it's the same meetings, no matter what, whether it's economic development, whether it's community development, whether it's bridge, whatever the topic was, it's always the same people in these meetings. Always the same people in these meetings. Why? Why is it? I mean, I think I did see the two young people in there, and that's great. That's great. I like to see youth out there, but there's so many other businesses out there that weren't invited. Like I said, the two that two big employers, you know, the Maverick County Water District, and also the UMC, which is one of the I would say probably the top 5 of definitely top 10 employers in our community. And for them not to be there when they're one of the biggest economic how do I say this? They help our economic situation out, especially by offering different types of discounts for those that don't have medical insurance and such, and that directly ties into economics. You know, a lot of people think that this doesn't connect with this doesn't affect that. Hospital district doesn't affect the school, or city doesn't affect the county. Yes, they're different entities. Yes, they are run differently. They have their own boards that run, but one affects the other. When one doesn't do something, one is not involved. Decisions of one affect another. And if you don't have everybody at the table, then that's where you have problems and lack of shortcomings. It's where you have gaps in everything. You know, for the longest time, you had a while where the city and the county weren't on the same page on a lot of things. Now, that may have been on a personal level, and if it was or if it wasn't, that's really not the issue here. The issue is that where's everybody? You know, now if you invite us and we don't go, that's on us. But a lot of people were expressing their opinions that they didn't even get the invitations. And I know several people reached out to the mayor. I did, certainly, on behalf of the water board. I know, you know, by his comment, the CEO of the United Medical Centers was upset as well, because they weren't invited, and they're, like I said, one of the biggest employers here in our community, directly helping with healthcare. Healthcare is almost number one, or is number one here in our community, guys, because not just of what's happening with the COVID and all that stuff, but they take care of our health and ties in directly into economic situations, which we are, as a community, economically challenged, definitely. But how are you not inviting these people? How are we not notified about what's going on? Those are the kind of questions that I have about this Economic Development Alliance. Now, you see the same people all the time there, guys. I mean, what's that saying? That dale la vuelta, you know, have different ideas, have different people. I mean, you can never come up with new ideas if you have the same old people sitting down in these chairs constantly. And there's so many businesses that have sprung up lately that would have liked to have been there, that maybe have an idea how to help out our economy. And you're not giving them the time, you're not giving them the day, their word, which I think that an economic development, it doesn't matter what it is, should be accessible to the people, especially small businesses. Joe, what's the deal with the refuge camp on the corner? Why is the city allowing this? To be honest, I'm not in favor of these things. It's like the tent city that we have over here. It's unfortunate. Let me tell you a little bit of a story real quick. there was a veteran. I'm not sure if he's still staying there, but there was a veteran. He was homeless. He was staying at the Maverick County Lake. Now, what disappoints me about what's going on in the higher level is that you have a veteran without a home, without food, yet we have a shelter taking care of refugees, immigrants, illegal aliens. I mean, whatever you want to call them. Like, it's your right to call it him whatever you want. Let's not be oversensitive. I mean, it's your right. But why not take care of it? And I was messaging with a young guy right now. I won't say his name, but it doesn't make any sense because we need to take care of our own people first. There's a lot of people that are suffering that lost their jobs because of COVID. There's a lot of people out there that are starting new businesses because of COVID. And why are they not helping them? Why are we spending so much money on immigration? Why are we spending so much money? Because areas like that or camps like that, they get federally funded. They get money from state or federal funds. I believe federal. Yet they're still asking for donations for food, and they're still asking for donations of different things when they do receive money. They do receive money for taking these people in. And what a lot of people don't realize is that it's a money game. It's a money game. Each head that they house there, that they report back to Washington or back to wherever they report, they get money for that. For transporting these people, they get money for that. Now, you're getting money for that like any other business. You throw that back in there, into your business. But they're out there getting donations. The other day we saw, we put a video out before our page got shut down, that there were 4 EPPD units, Eagle Pass Police officials. There were 4 cars there, 5 cars there. Now, I mean, they don't go 4 or 5 cars there for no reason. So my thing is that what happened there, and I haven't received the report, so I can't begin to speculate on what happened. But when you have 4 or 5 police vehicles, it wasn't for something good, and then I shared earlier today, somebody put it out on a story on Facebook, and Border Patrol is dropping more people off there. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. That it's not a good place to have it. Maybe not because of the eyesore, as you say, but one of the things that does affect it is the area. How you're saying that houses are getting broken into. Yes, it's a highly residential area. Bibb is a high traffic street, high traffic road, and it's very difficult to have one of those kind of camps right smack there on Bibb and Hillcrest, I believe, right? Yeah, the Monopoly going. Look at him. Joey's back on the comments, guys. Thank God for having Facebook down. I mean, for him having a YouTube to be able to talk. We're gonna talk about your friend Tony Gonzalez right now in a little bit, Joey. Hold off. I know you'll be. And we'll talk about the state rep too in a little bit as well, Joey. So just hang tight. Just hang tight, Joey. You see, I mean, it's taking attention from the police department to be going around and checking those different areas, right? And what do you think? We're limited as far as community with our law enforcement, so they're having to, hey, go pass by there, make sure everything's okay, while they're not able to patrol another area. Not keeping us safe, but rather taking care of that. And I don't know how true this is, but Joe Rodriguez is telling us a friend of mine on Guadalajara Street had his home broken into by a Haiti migrant staying at the Bib refugee camp. You see, no disrespect, Joe Rodriguez. I didn't know about that. This is coming from the comments, a person reporting on it, and that's what's going to happen. Because some of these people, I mean, I'm sure they've gone through a lot of things. I'm not trying to judge anybody, but they're desperate. They come over here, they don't have anything or have very limited resources. And when you get desperate, you do things that are not, how do I say? You do desperate things like breaking into a home, like stealing, like hurting other people. When you get desperate, as some of these people are, that's exactly what's going to be happening. Is homes are going to get broken into, homes are going to get used as stash houses. There's several things that are going to be happening like that, and it's very disappointing. Since we're on the topic, guys, again, you're using your tax dollars, you're using your grant money and all that stuff to support these types of places, like the one on Bib. That's taxpayer money that's going into there. You're giving them donations, and that's my point of view. And I think a lot of people feel the same way as well. I have another story that came out of Del Rio. Many of you may have heard it already. A lot of people in Del Rio have sent me pictures about it. We had a gentleman, Frank Lopez. We've had him on our show before as well. And he actually caught some video of what was going on with the airplanes, people being sent on commercial airplanes from Laughlin Air Force Base. Now, one, you guys are paying for that. Two, that's a national security issue because people are seeing our Air Force Base. Three, your congressman, Tony Gonzalez, wanted this to happen. He lobbied Washington, D.C. to allow the use. This was his solution. You guys have so many immigrants here, illegal immigrants coming. Okay, you know what? We're going to send them on commercial flights across the country to other parts of the country. Congressman Tony Gonzalez, who has not reached out to us for an interview, who now I think is running from us. Let's just say it how it is, Tony Gonzalez, if you're out there listening, running from us. And he's not wanting to stand up to the Rising Texan and the community and answer these questions. Why? Do we have some people here that need to take a much-needed vacation and they can't, yet you're sending all the immigrants on vacations to cities that some of us have not even seen before? And what I want to go ahead and show you guys is something real quick. If you allow me, that way you guys can take a look at the video if you haven't seen it. Pop up the other screen real quick. Just so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That's Tucker Carlson. This is Fox News. And he's gonna go ahead and tell you about the situation out of Del Rio with Laughlin Air Force Base.
Thinking pool of people who are born here. It's fine, relax. Last week we told you about a human smuggling operation the Biden White House has been running out of Laughlin Air Force Base in Texas. The goal of the operation is to resettle illegal immigrants throughout the country, throughout the interior, without the knowledge or permission of the people who live in those places. Otherwise known as the public, the voters. They can't know. We got a tip that this was happening. So we called both the Pentagon and ICE, and they were forced to confirm that it is happening. The question we couldn't answer is, where are all these foreign nationals going? Where are they being flown? Well, tonight we have some indication of that. According to air traffic records, a 737 operated by a charter airline departed Laughlin Air Force Base last week. It headed to the former England Air Force Base in Alexandria, Louisiana. The people who live there now, where did it go from there? Where did all the people on the plane go? We don't have the answer to that. We've also, by the way, obtained video of a civilian plane using Laughlin Air Force Base in Texas. The footage on the screen right now was taken by a local man called Frank Lopez Jr. So it's definitely happening. We did not make it up. The question is, what are Republicans in the Congress doing to stop it? Well, as it turns out, the Republican who represents Del Rio, Texas in the Congress, Tony Gonzalez, is the very person who petitioned ICE to use Laughlin Air Force Base in the first place to move foreign citizens to the rest of the country. We know that because he put out a press release about it on June 5th. Gonzalez asked the acting assistant secretary of the Air Force for installations, someone called Jennifer Miller, to use the runways at Laughlin Air Force Base, quote, to fly migrants to their final destination rather than releasing them in the Del Rio area. Congressman Gonzalez added this, quote, by utilizing Laughlin Air Force Base, ICE could address the high number of migrant releases and alleviate the pressure that this crisis has inflicted on border communities, end quote. So in other words, Tony Gonzalez doesn't want to deal with illegal immigrants in large numbers in his community, and that's totally understandable. Very few communities want that. They've never asked for it. No one's ever voted for this because nobody actually wants it. What's harder to understand is why Gonzalez and a lot of other members of the Republican Party aren't trying to protect the rest of the United States and stop this mass outbreak of lawlessness, an outbreak, by the way, that's about to get a lot worse very soon. A senior administration official has confirmed to Joe Simonson of the Washington Free Beacon that a new flood of illegal migrants from around the world is on the way. The official said the White House is about to suspend Title 42. That's a regulation that's been used by the CDC to block migrants from entering this country on public health grounds, like during a pandemic, for example. Turns out COVID isn't a big deal when foreigners have it and bring it to this country. It's fine, and you're a racist if you think otherwise. So they're repealing the rule. Once that happens, the administration expects an even bigger wave on our border, and then at some point in your neighborhood, because they'll be flown at your expense there. Do Republicans know this? Of course they do. Do they care? That's an open question.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
And guys, I mean,
But first tonight, he is the left-wing, New Green Deal socialist, most cherished public figure.
Sorry, guys. Hannity's trying to get on in our show here. But that's what's really happening, guys. You would think Republican Tony Gonzalez, who's our U.S. congressman, is here to protect us, here to take care of us. Now, his solution is not to have them stop them coming over here. His solution was to compromise our Laughlin Air Force Base, use commercial flights, have taxpayers taxpayer funds to fly these people across the nation. Wouldn't one of y'all like to take a trip somewhere? Now, why is this being done? Now, I cannot totally confirm this, and I do know that, I don't know, maybe Eddie or Helen may be watching. Can you confirm that State Representative Eddie Morales supported Tony Gonzalez on this? Does anybody know this? I was trying to get Eddie Morales on our show today so he can confirm it himself. But I don't know if I know they watch the show sometimes, but if you're watching there, with all due respect, Representative Morales or maybe Helen, you've chatted with us before on here on the show. Was there a letter? I mean, we're going to dig in and we're going to check it out and we're going to confirm. But as far as I know, and we do have a picture of this, of a message sent. Hold on. We got to make sure it's not the wrong picture, guys. Hold on. Let me show you guys. Sorry about that real quick. We do have a picture we're going to go ahead and share our screen again so you guys can take a look. Let me zoom in for you guys. Or maybe I can't zoom in on it. Well, okay. What I'll do is I can read it. It might be a little bit hard. Now, this was a message sent to State Representative Eddie Morales. It says, Mr. Morales, this is day 4, and I still have not received a response from you regarding on your vote against having Democrats that flew to D.C. arrested upon their return. I am also concerned about your support for Congressman Gonzalez's letter requesting more access for ICE to Laughlin Air Force Base for the distribution of, you say, migrants. I say illegal aliens to their final destinations. I have an idea. Send them back where they came from, or better yet, work close to the Border Patrol to illegals. Close the border to illegals. I'm sorry about that. I have Border Patrol on speed dial, and I have lost count of how many times I stood on my property locked and loaded because illegals were coming through. Sharon Smoot, Hudson County, Texas. Guys, now this lady is saying, Miss Smoot is saying that State Representative Eddie Morales has not gotten back to her in 4 days. This is why we wanted to give Eddie Morales a chance to come on the show. He said he was busy. We understand. But, I mean, this came out in our news, and that's what we have our group for things like this. And it's very disappointing. I'll state this right away. Right away, without being worried of any backlash. State Representative Morales, if you supported Tony Gonzalez, and I'll be the first one to say, I did vote for Eddie Morales this last election. I did vote for Congressman Gonzalez this last election. Okay? Congressman Tony Gonzalez has lost my vote. He lost my vote a long time ago. If it's true that State Representative Eddie Morales signed a letter of recommendation or agreed with Tony Gonzalez to use your taxpayer money to fly immigrants elsewhere, allowing the Biden administration to have their open borders, that is just irresponsible. Now, listen to what I'm saying. He's a longtime friend. I work with him with the city, but as a politician, I will not vote for him again because of the issues that he is doing as a state representative. Now, a lot of people like to say we lean here on the Rising Texan a lot towards the Republican side. That, you know, we're not Democrats, this, and like, I'll tell y'all straight out, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm a person like you. I'm a person like everybody watching this show, and I'm a U.S. citizen, and that's who I'm for. The people of this community, the people of our community, and the people from our state, great state of Texas, and the people of the United States of America. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. Let's get that clear. I am not partial to any party. But if you are for the people, you want to help the people, and stop with this show that politicians give us, because Tony Gonzalez is not going to come out and say, where is he? We've been trying to get him on this show for a very long time now. Where is he? One thing I will say about State Representative Eddie Morales, he at least had the fortitude once to come on this show. He was out of his element. He didn't know what to expect, but he came on. That's one thing I do respect about him. He came on. Now, if he does not come on again before he starts up his election, because his election's not too far away, that respect will drop off. As of right now, the vote on him, I mean, we're trying to see who else is going to run against him. I do not agree with what they're doing. I do not support people being flown, these immigrants coming over, flooding, being flown to other parts of the country. Why do you think that do they keep on coming, guys? Why do you think they're flocking in record number? Because they know on this side they're expecting a plane to take them somewhere else. If you expect something of if somebody tells you we're gonna have a party, there's gonna be beer, we're gonna have all these types of drinks, what are you gonna do? Hey, let's go over here. This guy's gonna be giving free drinks. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what they know they're going to be taken care of. They know they're going to be flown over here. They know they don't have they're going to have a place to stay. Some of these people are staying in hotels, while our veterans are homeless. People that fought for this country that are having a difficult time transitioning into other jobs because of what they did overseas, trying to protect us, me, you. They're trying, and they don't get the same respect as somebody that just crossed the border. It's ridiculous, folks. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just the facts. I try not to give too much of one way or the other, and that's why I bring you that message that somebody posted trying to reach Eddie Morales. Now, we know the state representative is on social media all the time. I mean, I don't know if it's him directly or somebody managing, but somebody is responding to all supporting his votes and responding to all these Facebook comments, but yet you have a message there that hasn't been responded to. Now, I'll be honest. I'm very disappointed, and that's why we wanted to bring him on, because I don't want to not give him the benefit of the doubt. I want him to defend himself. That's why we invited him on here to the show tonight. He's busy. I understand. But let's not turn this into a Tony Gonzalez thing where you're just hiding, Eddie, because that's not good for our community. We've spoken about this. You know, I try to be as fair as possible. Sometimes, I am strong in my beliefs, and I think every American has the right to be strong in their beliefs. That is what our country was built on, not on taking care of our own community, taking care of our own country first, rather than getting planes, having our Air Force base open up to people where there's a lot of security issues. We don't know what some of these people have done. And I'm not trying to say everyone is bad that comes across, but if you follow our news media anytime in the past, you see that there's a lot of people that are not out here to do good. There's a lot of people out here doing bad things. Again, let's get into... Let's see. I wanted to get into some of the things now that we're on the topic of Eddie Morales. Excuse me real quick. I'm just getting a picture here so I can explain everything now. He's been an advocate. I think I've been called a keyboard warrior once, or a armchair quarterback. You know, so today I said, hey, let's get together. You can come on the show live, you know, explain a few things. Now, this thing with the voter rights, guys, 24-hour voting, 24-hour voting. You tell me what goes on at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. What goes on at those early hours? Nothing good. Now, not only is 24-hour voting going to cost the community more because you have to pay people to be there, it's also going to make our system a lot easier to be able to cheat. I mean, it's real simple. Go to a Whataburger, go to any of these 24-hour restaurants. Half those people lined up are coming from a bar. You think that's a good situation to have voting 24 hours? Does not make any sense. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now we have Representative Morales defending this. Drive-through voting. Hell, they already have drive-through voting. Half of those people are being paid to drive votes there. We see them all the time. We release the financials, labor work. What kind of labor? That's what we need to see. Take a look at whenever you see people driving up to the voting, they stay in their vehicle and people come around over here. They go vote and they go drop them right back off. Is that labor? Don't worry, I'll wait. Exactly. Facebook user, I don't know who. This is a good one. This is a good one, guys. Thank you. I'm not sure who this is, but thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're just barely tuning into our show. We have had State Senator Rolando Gutierrez on our show. We've had State Representative Eddie Morales on our show. We've been trying to get Congressman Tony Gonzalez, as I was ranting right now a little bit about that. He just stopped returning our emails. He stopped returning our texts, messages. He's hiding from us. And yeah, I mean, I invite the county judge all the time. We have the city mayor has come on. We've had Councilwoman Monica Cruz as well as a candidate for city council, Miss Mari Carmen, come on as well. So yeah, I mean, we've been inviting guests to share these political views, and we've been discussing with the politicians. That's what this platform was built for, to discuss with them directly. Now, I've had an open invitation for the county judge. I have an open invitation for Rosy Cantu. I have an open invitation for Jerry Morales whenever they want to come on the show. Yeah, even Joe Rodriguez says Queta Diaz, if she wants to come on the show, let's go ahead and bring her on. I was hoping I would see my buddy the famous Voz del Pueblo, Paul Banda, on here today, and we could have brought him on. I mean, if you would like to come on the show and speak your political views, I mean, I don't mind. I think that's great. Discussion is definitely a positive, and I think the people that have been watching this show consistently know that I'm not here to hide, or I'm not here to have everybody quiet or anything like that. I mean, I love having people to discuss this with. That's part of the show. I mean, unfortunately, the nature of busy schedules, we haven't been able to have interviews all the time, but we try to have them. We've had a former congressman candidate, Raul Reyes Jr. as well. We've also had right now, just a little while ago, we've had former candidates. We have Mayra Flores, who's running for U.S. Congress District 34. We had her on a couple of weeks ago as well. So yeah, man, tune in. I'm not sure who you are. Like I said, it's this Facebook user, but that's what we like to do, man. And that's all we want to do is bring light, bring out the truth, and let everybody decide from there. It's going to be interesting, man. Like I said, I'll be honest. I voted for him this past term, but it's getting kind of difficult to support him this time around with some of the decisions that he has made. Now, he has helped us out in some in some instances. I can't say 100%. He's hurt our community because he hasn't. Um, but it's hard to stomach some of the ideas, some of the stuff that he supported. One thing is that I'm glad he stood behind this past when all the Democrats left. He was one of the few that stood behind. So Eddie, hey, I give you props whenever props are due. So I'm glad you stuck behind and represented represented our district, and you were there to cast a vote, even though you voted against arresting those people, which they should be arrested because they did that intentionally. Both of you and I know that. But one thing is that yes, I do recognize that he stood back, he stayed there, and I'm glad he did. That was very positive for our district, and that's, I think, very telling of who he can be. But you got to look at everything in the whole picture on how a politician votes. If you're there supporting this thing to spend our tax dollars to fly people on planes to other parts of the country, what about our veterans? What about our homeless? What about our businesses down here that are struggling, Eddie? And exactly that's what people are going to be doing, man. Show up 3 o'clock, drunk as hell. What? Oh, you have a case of beer? Oh yeah, throw it in the car. What's your name again, Congressman? What? State Representative? What? Okay, let me go. Some Waterburger too. Oh, let's go, man. I mean, it's the nature of things, and that's why they tell you shouldn't receive gifts, because some people out there are willing and desperate enough to give out their vote for a bottle of water, for in this case, let's say if it's 24 hours, people are gonna come from the club, go vote, and not know any better. I mean, it's just ridiculous about having 24-hour voting. It does not make any sense whatsoever. Like I said, you cannot have something like that, because we already have a lot of things that happen in our community it just isn't right. And you know what I'm talking about. We've released State Representative Eddie Morales's campaign finance. He paid for a lot of labor, guys. A lot of labor. And a lot of those labor people are the same ones you're seeing holding up a sign. One not too long ago, our buddy that likes to always chime in, Chris Lee Delgado, was there screaming and yelling, holding a sign for Luis C. Fuentes, and he is actually named on State Representative Eddie Morales's campaign finance, along with a whole host of others that you see driving vehicles taking people to vote. Is that illegal? I don't know. But what do you think happens in those instances? Let's see. Keta Diaz. Oh, I think I already addressed this one. Keta Diaz. I would love to have her for an interview. Keta, if you're watching, we can do it right now. I would love to have her for an interview, man. That would be great. I mean, she's a former county judge. for one reason or another, she did not finish her term. So we'd like to hear about that. We'd like to hear also about why she come out very strongly against Mr. Paul Banda, El Voz del Pueblo, not too long ago when it's just kind of funny. Just think about this, guys. She came out during the election saying she's for the people. And I have no disrespect for this lady. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a conversation with her. And I'm not, trying to attack her. I'm just, somebody brought her up and we're saying we would love to interview her. But just notice how only some people come out during election time. During election time, they'll come out. They'll convince you of something. They'll badmouth somebody only during election time. Why? Why only during election time? That can make anybody curious. Is there a payment or something like that? Is there favoritism? Is there un favor que se paga? What's going on with that? That's what I'd like to know. A big shout out to a good friend of mine, Luis Trevino, out there at the Moonlight Ballroom. Big shout out. He sent me a message right now. I don't know if he's watching or not, but big shout out for him, man. We need to catch up. It's been a while, right? Sorry for that quick shout out, guys. But another thing that we wanted to get into, guys, in the meeting of February 8th, and that's what I was trying to look for you guys a little while ago. February 8th, 2021. Maverick County had a commissioner's court meeting where it was voted to borrow money. Sorry, it's because I'm scrolling here trying to look for it, guys. I'll go ahead and let me pop that open. See if we can take a look at it while I'm explaining it to you guys. So February 2nd, the commissioner's court had a meeting. What the meeting was is that they were going to borrow a large sum of money. Now, the thing is that they did not want to disclose what this money was going to be used for. Okay? Now, we have reviewed the video earlier, and it's just very interesting how the meeting went. And again, I apologize for not being prepared with this, but and it's very important, guys, and that's why I'm always a big advocate. I mean, I'm not. Of course, I miss some meetings myself, but the more of us that can catch these meetings, we can hold these people responsible. Every single one of them, hold them responsible for the decisions that they make. Did I say February 8th meeting? Let me check real quick. Yes, I did. And there it is. Okay. Let me try to fast forward it here to the good part. Okay. So before this, what's going on? Okay. I believe it's this one. Now, guys, what happened here? Let me explain to you let me go ahead and explain first.
Are you ready over there, sir?
let me explain real quick, and then I'll let you run the video or watch the video. Now, what the county court did, they voted on borrowing money. What they tried to hide from the community was what they were borrowing the money for. Now, what they were borrowing the money for was for a judgment that was handed down that was not ridiculous, guys. Everybody remembers when all the deputies and some deputies sued for for Maverick County Sheriff's Office for a bunch of overtime that was not paid, and they worked all that overtime. So the county went to court, they fought, and the county lost. The county lost and was forced to pay the amount decided in court. What the county didn't tell you was they went out and they got a loan to pay for that. Now, when you go and get a loan as a public entity, it doesn't matter if they say you're not going to pay it in taxes, because you're going to pay it in taxes. Now, how irresponsible is that you, first of all, lose because you were wrong for not paying the overtime of these officers, these sheriff's deputies. You fought them, you lost, and then you had to pay, get a loan to pay for it, plus the attorney's fees. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. I was trying to fight it off, but I couldn't. So what I want to show you now, and this is the end of this is, I believe, the second meeting. I think this is after they come out of executive session, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you. This is after they come out of executive session, and you're going to see something kind of funny talk going back, and you're going to see how awkward it is, because there is one commissioner that comes out and tries to bring out the reason why, because the county is not being transparent with us. Jerry Morales, Commissioner Precinct 1, he says the county is so transparent, yet how come they didn't tell us that they wanted to borrow money for a judgment that they lost against a group of deputies, Maverick County Sheriff deputies, that did not get paid overtime? Why don't they say that?
Ready, Ms. O'Gee? Yes. Next.
41.
41. Do we have any action on 41?
You want to read it, please?
You want me to read it?
Yes.
Discussion and possible action to approve ex officio road commissioner system. Yes.
And go to what I have to pick myself and trying to come up with a, this is my.
All right, what's the next one? 43. Do we have motion on 43?
The also move that we approve leases as presented.
Motion by Commissioner Morales. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Ramos. Discussion.
Judge and Commissioners, this is TCQ lease on number 43, and it comes with certain renovations to be done to your space.
Sorry about that. Let me get this. I'm trying to get y'all directly to it.
45. Is there any action on that? You'll give Ms. Ramos the backup?
Yeah, I'll give that to her.
Thank you, sir. All right, is that all we have on those? And we go to warrants pending now? Is that true? We're good with it?
Judge, we do have, we want to remove number 1, so Mr. Wilson will bring it back.
Oh, yes, yeah, thank you. On 46, do we have a motion with that, with the exception of number 1?
That'll be my motion, Judge?
Motion by, hold on, let me get my, trying to find it. It's fun. We have a motion. Is there a second? We have a second? I'll second. Discussion? Questions come? All in favor? Opposed?
I'm against that post.
We have an opposition here. We have 4 in favor, 1 against, Commissioner Ruiz, 0 abstain. We have a second. From the County Treasurer's Fund. We have a motion. Mr. Thomas, all those in favor?
Okay.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. Is that all we have?
Judge,
Yes.
on 42, we had the RFP for the inmate medical services. Did you pick up the envelope or is there
Oh,
something?
talk about a swing and a miss by the rising Texan on that one. Where is it at?
You do have it?
Oh,
You-
Give it to me, 42. That's all I need.
Yes, it's been a sealed proposal, that's all you need to read.
That's correct. Let's see where we're at. Wilson. What's next? 41. Do we have any action on 41? Possible action to approve ex officio road commissioner system.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right, guys. It wasn't that one. It was the other video. Hold on. And I do apologize. I'm just trying to show you guys the actual video. It must be this one.
Cut.
We're back in open session.
Okay, I think it's this one. Sorry about that. I know I lost some viewers, but
37. Is there any action on Mr. Wilson? Any action on 37?
no, actually.
No action on 37. What's next?
41.
41. Do we have any action on 41?
You want to read it, please?
Want me to read it?
Yes.
Discussion of possible action to approve ex officio road commission.
Bottom line, I agree with perhaps in the future coming up with a.
wasn't that the same one?
All right, what's the next one? 43. Do we have motion on 43?
Did I so move that we approve leases as presented?
Motion by Commissioner Morales. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Ramos. Discussion.
Yeah. I apologize for that one, guys. Let me see. It's because there's several videos out here, coincidentally, right? But on this date, we did have a meeting, like I said, where Commissioner's Court spoke about having this judgment.
You know, I know you can't meet as a group, but there's certain ways that can.
From Bridge Department to one of the supervisors, and I asked him, "Were you guys interviewing?"
I
apologize. You take it. It's just.
Let me make a clarification.
we were notified.
I don't know why there was several
This is part of
people cut here.
into appreciate that.
Well, I mean, I was hoping to show you the video, guys. I'm having a little trouble here. Like I said, there were several videos out there. I don't know if that was done intentionally, where it was cut. I will post the agenda so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But one of those things that I say again is, they tried to tell us about being transparent, about not having yeah, man. That's why I apologize. I was trying to look for it earlier. I couldn't find it. I thought, you know what, I'll just find it right now while I'm on the live. And it's difficult to follow the Maverick County Commissioners Court meetings. One, it's hard to find the agendas. Two, they have 4 or 5 videos just for this day alone. Now, I don't know if they were edited. I don't want to make any accusations like that whatsoever. But what did happen, again, as I was explaining, is that they had a meeting. They had Frost Bank, a representative from Frost Bank show up. They were borrowing money, not to better the community, not to fix a flooding issue, not to, fix the infrastructure, fix parks, not anything like that. They borrowed money to pay off a judgment. And so many thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars of attorney's fees that, unfortunately, no matter how much they try to say you're not going to pay it in taxes, you are going to have to pay that in taxes. Not now. Sooner or later, some of it is going to have to get paid in taxes. And Joey says, I mean, come on. Judge, you have my number, Judge. You've called me before on my phone, and when I worked at the county, you have my number. Give me a call whenever you want to come on a live, and we can talk about a few of these issues, some of these decisions that you've done. Not so long ago, I posted about them being transparent, about Jerry saying he's so transparent. Paco talks about it here. So transparent, yet Miss Olga Ramos, Commissioner Precinct 3, didn't even know an employee was taken from her department, from her precinct. And that employee was Rex Macbeth, owner of the Eagle Pass News Leader. All of a sudden, he's the assistant to the judge. I don't know about conflict of interest as far as that goes, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And sometimes if you don't review these videos, which, I mean, like I say, I try to watch them as much as I can. Sometimes I understand the community cannot watch them. But if there's nobody watching them to hold them accountable for some of these things that they do, they're going to do whatever they want. Now, I saved the best for last, guys. Now, this is going to catch me a lot of heat. A lot of heat. A lot of heat. And it's okay. I mean, we're not worried about that. There's a lot of heat out here anyways in Eagle Pass, right? And it goes with this little theme. David Salcella loves Isaac. Now, what we have here, guys, is a form. Let's put it this way. With the county, guys, is it a form of structured corruption? I'm asking the audience. Do you think Maverick County and the way the judge has everything set up and others is a form of structured corruption? I don't know. I'm asking. Now, don't you think, this is a question, I'm just asking questions here, that you would be inclined to vote and get your family to vote for whoever is in power if they're giving you high salaries like $58,000, $42,000 that are very high? Wouldn't you be inclined to vote for that person? Why do you think, question again, people support this gentleman here? David Salcedo? Is it because he's the county judge? Because he has the votes? I'm asking. Structured corruption? Question mark. Is Maverick County corrupt? The entity. Now, you see, the compadre, we hire him, we hire there. Hey buddy, we know a lot of these are political hirings. Joey has a good point. It's hard to detect. Now, I'm just asking questions. I'm not accusing anybody. No shit, it's corrupt. I don't know who that is, but exactly. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not saying it. The public is saying it. So it's corrupt. Now, do you know how the structured corruption is taking place? Now, this is just an example. Let's say I'm the county judge. I have control of Commissioner's Court because of the votes. How do I stay in power? I'm going to go hire him because I know he has a big family. I know he's going to vote for me because I'm going to give him a good high salary of $50,000. And he's going to do whatever I ask him to because he likes getting $50,000 a year. Okay, that's one family. Let me go hire him over there. Why? Again, he has a big family, a big political family. Hey, let's go over there. Hey, I'm going to hire you for $55,000, $60,000. You better make sure all your family votes for me. They have their little list, their notebook. Person A, you make $50,000, you better bring me 20 votes. Give me the names of the 20 voters you're going to bring. Okay. And every day they check who votes. Check them off the list. If you haven't brought those people in, they go and tell you, why haven't your people been in to vote? You like your $50,000 job, right? Look at that. See what I mean? I don't know who that is. But structured corruption. I'm asking, is the county set up structurally to aid and abet corruption? And unfortunately, I am probably going to catch a lot of heat for that one, right? But you know, it is what it is, and that's just the way the cookie is going to crumble. But guys, if you have people out here that you're hiring, and you can check all the salaries, 50,000, the compadre over here, over there. Hey, also, let's help him get elected. We help him get elected. We'll get all his people to be able to vote for us. It's not about the people anymore. Again, Joey brings up a good point. Labor money. You guys want to check on our state representative, on our congressman. Ballotpedia is a great resource. It gives you everybody that has gotten paid by the elected official. It gives you who they paid, the amount they paid, and then they give you who donated. Back to the topic of structured corruption. Do you think this is structured corruption when you have a state representative, Eddie Morales, and these are facts, his chief of staff donating $12,000 to his campaign? His chief of staff donating $12,000 to his campaign. That's a fact. Amy Richter Salinas. Is the last name familiar? That's Eddie's chief of staff, our state representative. If the name sounds familiar, again, it's because she's married to a consultant of Shepherd Government Group, Shepherd Government Affairs, which is headed by Obi Salinas, which we saw him in Luis Cifuentes' campaign. Again, he was paid by Eddie's campaign, State Representative Eddie's campaign, $8,000. So you have a wife donating $12,000 that ultimately became the chief of staff, and you have the husband being hired by Maverick County, getting paid $8,000 by his campaign. Now, I just ask again, because I gave you facts right now. I ask again, doesn't that sound a little off to you? And you can go through the whole list. Ballotpedia, search Ballotpedia, Eddie Morales. Look at the campaign finance. It's kind of funny how all those people that drive the cars and take people to vote, that are known for knowing a lot of people that go and vote. It's real funny that a lot of their names are on that list for labor. I want to get paid $8,000 for labor too. Who wouldn't? Oh, and the $8,000 payment was to his uncle Jerry Morales for labor. And all of this is public record, guys. Public record that anybody with an internet connection, a phone, with cell phone, Wi-Fi, anything, you guys can look this up. Something stinks in Maverick County, and it's not a coincidence that the Rising Texan 3 pages have gone knocked down. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that during the campaign of Luis Cifuentes, I was very publicly attacked by Obi Salinas through a fake personal profile that has been confirmed through one of our viewers. Because he was done the same thing. And the county elections are right around the corner, guys. Right around the corner. And we're going to have some fun with those. So we're very interested who's going to come out, who's going to run for some of these positions out there. I apologize again. I will come up with something a little more permanent of a solution. We have a new page out there. It's not the Rising Texan, TRT News. Please take a look. Please like and share. I can't boost it up anymore because I think that is partially why I get in trouble. And then you have people reporting me because they don't want real news to get out here. Guys, I want to thank y'all for watching. I was really hoping to get this video going, but I will have the report for you in our new page. I mean, they can't keep on stopping us. We're gonna go. If anything, guys, you guys can always visit us on our website. Our website is therisingtexan.com. We have a full website, a shop coming soon where you can get some caps, some nice shirts. Let me stand up, getting all lazy and stuff. Let me stand up. I already got it dirty eating some taquitos earlier. There you go. Sorry about that taco stain and everything, but we're going to have some of this available on our website. We appreciate any kind of support. Like I said, we're just trying to do this for the community, so the community is aware of what is going on. We'll be sure to include some of those, Christina. We got stickers on the way, guys, as well. You guys wanted some stickers like decals to put on stuff. We'll have some of those available. Polo, we'll make Christina a polo there so she can have. We have a female t-shirt, women t-shirts. We have these male t-shirts like the one I have. They're Champion. They're a Champion. Champion's a big brand right now, I guess. This is a nice little athletic fit. We'll have different types of hats. This one's a little bit of a high bill hat, not really my style, but we'll have different kind of things, bucket hats, anything that I could put our logo on, right? We'll do that, and we'll have it available, and we appreciate it. Any support. Like I said, we're not here to try to get rich or anything like that off of these things, but we are trying to generate a little bit of money, of course, because we want to bring you more news with a better situation, better backdrop, maybe a bigger Buddha or something to hang out with us. Definitely a better microphone, a better setup. So we can bring you guys something a little more professional than we have been bringing. And so we're getting up there slowly. We've had some setbacks, but like I've always said, this is a marathon. We're running a marathon here, and our marathon never stops. A marathon, you got to keep on going. Never stop, never quit. Keep on going, man. We're not out here to win. We're just out here to run our own lane and run our own marathon. Everybody has their own marathon in their own lives, and we strongly believe that. And we're not trying to bring or wish bad on anybody. We're just trying to bring you the truth and the real stuff that's out here, right? I promised you guys some more FOIA requests, information requests, public information requests are going to be going out to the county. So we're going to keep them accountable 100% as always. And we appreciate you guys that have supported us. We did receive donations last time to our Cash App. I'll go ahead and say it. Our Cash App again is the Rising Texan Media, our Cash App. And again, we use that to invest in microphones to upscale our items. That way we can bring you some of this stuff and bring you good stuff, quality stuff. We're looking into a source that if we have to pay to bring you the news so we don't get shut down, that's what we're going to do, you know? We have a project coming up soon, so be on the lookout for that one. It's going to be very interesting. I don't want to release too many details about it, but please look out for that. That's going to be something new and different coming to our community. And we just really appreciate Dad Bod Fit. Yeah, we have this is a large. It fits me kind of big. We've been working on our dad bod for a while too. It's a time to get a little back in the not in the gym, back to doing our regular body exercises, our yoga, our meditation. That usually helps. But Dad Body Fit, yeah, we got you. We got you with large, extra large, 2X, all that stuff. This one's a large right now. What I'm wearing, it's a little loose on me, but hey, it works, right? It gets a message across. Yes, that's another thing. We're not just gonna have t-shirts and hats with our logo. We are gonna have. Oh, I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. We are gonna have different types of little funny stuff thrown out there. You know, we're trying to market ourselves. We're trying to do a little bit of branding here. We thank you for all the support that you guys have shown us, the love, the messages we get from you guys, the support. Sometimes it is difficult to do what's being done, right? I mean, just like right here, love what you do, and I appreciate you. I can't see your name, and I'm sorry, but you know, I love you too. And it's difficult sometimes to do this. I do get a lot of mean looks, but what keeps me going is when I do see somebody and they come up to me at the store or anything, and you know, even here in a comment. That's what keeps me going, guys. Doing this marathon, running this stuff with marathon all together as a community, trying to get to the bottom of some of these things and just make our community a good, honest, respectful community. That's all I've ever wanted. It's not to, you know, badmouth people. It's not to trash people. but I do take this community very seriously and personally. I am from this community. I was born and raised in this community. My kids are being raised in this community. My family's here. And I take it very personal when people try to get one over on our community. So that's all we have for today, guys. Like I said, we will be having several merchandising, different things. Joey will be make sure and get you a mental health problem shirts. Sometimes, and it was a quote. He's referring to a quote, man, that one of our friends, a personal friend, shared, and you know, it said something along the lines, and it touched me, man. It really touched me, and he even commented. He's like, "I know you felt that," and it was that, you know, people think. I'm summarizing. People might think you're crazy for what you do, and it says the quote says it's not that you're wrong. I'm batshit passionate about what I do. There's a big difference. So those out there in the community, and we have been hearing, and that's why Joey's throwing out little jabs, trying to say we have mental health problems, that we're crazy about the stuff we say, and I mean, you know, I don't take it personally. It's okay. Just like I hope some of these people that we talk about, they don't take it personally. It's just, if you're not doing something to benefit my community, then you're hurting my community. And if that makes me crazy, then, you know, like my friend said, a batshit passionate for what I do. Batshit passionate. And I love that, man. I love that quote. And we'll end with this before we thank our sponsors. Politicians are not your friends. Take out all your anger on them. Who was it that said that, Joey? Was that Buddha? Did Buddha say that? You can't be dropping those kind of quotes without referencing the higher being that said that, the smart being that said that. All right, guys, real quick, I want to thank you for tuning in. Give me a quick second. Let me run down these sponsors that are helping us as well as the community that watch us. Rodriguez Consulting and Services, guys. These are the people I use for my taxes. These are the people that I use for my business consulting. I set up my businesses with them. They're offering 15 free minutes one-on-one business counseling. 830-971-4068. El Agave Liquors. They sponsor our little drinks that we have for Whiskey Wednesdays when we have them, for Thirsty Thursdays when we have them. Not every single week we have those kind of podcasts, but it's a good little change of mix. This topic was midweek speak. But Agave Liquors, 757-6655. Be sure to pass by if you're looking for a specific special type of bottle, anything like that. They got you covered. Wagon Wheel Smokehouse and Saloon. Again, guys, these guys are amazing. The barbecue is awesome. Fajitas is awesome. That loaded baked potato is something out of this world, guys. Go and visit Wagon Wheel Smokehouse and Saloon, 513-7250. Eat Fit Eagle Pass. Guys, you want the body of your dreams? You got to get lean and mean with the meal prepping machine, Billy Perez. Hit him up, 513-4832. He'll hook you up. Have your meal preps ready, a breakfast and a lunch for every single day, and get you on your path to a healthy diet. Tint Masters, guys. It's getting hot. It's we're end of July, August. You know, if you haven't tinted up your windows yet, hit up my boy Carl Kidd at Tint Masters, 830-752-2420. And of course, First Choice Home Medical Supplies. There's no choice but First Choice Home Medical Supplies, 830-872-0012. Guys, thanks again. We really appreciate you stopping by. If you would like to donate to the cause, to what we do out here, our Cash App is $, The Rising Texan Media. the Rising Texan Media. I mean, any donation is appreciated, and even if you don't donate, we still appreciate you out here. We love our community, and that's number one. That will always be our number one goal. We're not out here to try to be millionaires. We're not out here to try to deceive our public or our community or anything like that. But we do want to hold accountable those people that try to deceive our community, that try to say they're doing good for our community when they're not really doing good for our community. Again, guys, Joey, a lot of love. As always, you need to come back. Hit me up this weekend, man. Let me know what's going on. And there's our Cash App, guys. Thanks, Christina, for helping out with that. Guys, if you need anything, you guys have my messenger. We're bringing up a page. Look out for that. TRT News. We just made it. We invited a few people, but we weren't allowed to invite that many. So please look for it. Follow us. We have our news group, the Rising Texan News Group. Anybody can post there, so post your news as well. And we thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a nice night. And soon you will be seeing our store up and running so you guys can get some merchandise.